We're virtually live again.
How's it going, my friend?
Not bad.
Yeah.
We are, unfortunately, on the internet again.
No more in person. It was a special edition episode.
But it's all good. We're here. We like beer. Something about steers and stuff.
And we want to make that clear.
We want to make it clear that Antonio Brown is in the rear. He's out of here.
Good God, Antonio Brown. We'll get to that. Holy guacamole, man, that guy.
Yeah, that was something.
I don't know. I'm ready to get going. It's cold outside. It's the end of the week. End of the season. Awful. I'm getting sad. It's our last regular season matchup.
I can't believe it already.
I know it happens every year. It's bullcrap. But I'm excited to get going, my man. Ready for some?
Hell yeah!
Ready for some cliff notes?
Yeah. All right. Just take it away, and I'll just fire at you.
So we both were cash line, right?
Yes. You were way better than me, but I still snuck.
My cash line killed it. I had 170. I just got so many touchdowns. It was insane. Singletary, Monty, Berrios, all with 2. I had three other guys with 1. Bears defense, let's go. They had 25 points without even scoring, and they nearly scored on the first play of the game.
That's absurd.
Glennon is so bad. That was my takeaway. It's just the Giants are horrible.
So bad. I got to take my Boston Scott victory lap.
I played him in tourney. Thank you, my friend. But yeah, just the Giants. I'm playing against them. I'm betting against them. They're bad.
Yeah.
And I don't care if Tony comes back. I don't care if those weapons come back. That offensive line couldn't block shit. And just Glennon, he's horrible. And Jones is done for the year. So
yep.
Yeah, fire up all the Washington players. Anything to add? Of course, I watched that game very closely because I was
the Commanders.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
They had one that was like the Warhogs or something like that, and I was like, they should have done that.
Yeah, I feel like this. Not to jump back to the Bears real fast. We'll go back to that, but this was totally a game where I was more excited when the defense got on the field because Andy Dalton was out there, and I just knew stuff was going to happen with the Bears defense. And I know you can relate when the 17 Jags, right?
I was just about to say, it sounds like the 2017 Jags season.
But that's like Bears life. That's been me more years than not. Like Bears fans know that existence of just, all right, get the defense out here. At least they'll make something happen.
Existence is pain.
Existence is pain. I know. But yeah, the Commanders, I'm not here for that. I liked Red Wolves, but I heard the copyright stuff because there's so much wolf stuff that made it difficult. They didn't want that.
I'm telling you, I think there's something about hogs.
I like that. Yeah, just the hogs would have been cool. Washington Hogs. I would have liked Red Tails in honor of there was a black air unit, I think, right? And their nickname.
You're the teacher.
Yeah, I think it was the Tuskegee. I'm really bad with pronunciation. I'm pretty confident. I'm like 98%.
That's my favorite part about you being a teacher is that you butcher names constantly.
Horrible pronunciation. I have no confidence in it. I bail out. But yeah, it was a cool group.
There was a Cub that you said his name wrong for years. I just gave up.
Oh my God. Oh.
You kept adding an extra consonant into his name that wasn't there.
It wasn't Alcantara, was it?
No. Oh, it was Almora. You always called him Alamora.
Alamora. I always call it. I would type it out. I would say it every time. Yeah, and I was young. Funny. I was 25, 26. I shouldn't have been doing that's an old man thing, adding S at the end of names. God.
We're going to Walmart's.
Jeez. Yeah, but anyway, I'm curious what their names are going to be. I think Commanders is kind of dumb, but moving on, I think probably one of the games of the year, Cincinnati, Kansas City, where they won on the last second field goal. Cincinnati did. I've been pretty pro, like, let's slow the roll on Chase. I guess I have to say sorry now.
Yeah.
Because he won everybody their league if they had him. So, sorry, Chase stands.
Okay.
I think he is top 5 probably now. Like, I don't want to be like a prisoner of the moment, but like when you show you can just do that, like the coverage wasn't even bad. He was just better.
Yeah. So like it was the one where it was like the Baltimore game that he blew up in, where he caught one and just pulled away from like 5 people.
See, that was his other blowout game. I didn't really like. I thought like that one he did like the spin tackle. I thought that was fluky, and then he had another one I thought was kind of fluky. Whereas I feel like these ones were just like him being a badass and like, oh, I know I'm better than these dudes.
Yeah, that one where he caught the ball in traffic and just pulled away from the whole defense.
Step back, and it was like a pinball. Like you pull the thing back and go. He took a step back and was like, boom, and he was like surrounded. I don't know how he scored. Just fast.
Guam status.
I know, dude's really good. Also, shout out Burrow. We're both been Burrow guys. I just love like his like aura and like mentality. Like he's just an assassin. I love that dude. Yeah, he's awesome. I'm glad Cincinnati. They could beat anybody in my opinion if they're lined up. They're kind of like Dallas, where like they've been up and down a little bit, but like when they're on, like whoo.
Watch out, yeah.
Our last one, Arizona, Dallas. Kyler's running again, my dude. Yeah, over 40 yards, I think 4 out of 5.
Ankle coming back around.
Yeah, so that's awesome. I love seeing Kyler be, QB1 quality dude. And then secondly, I saw that like since Nuke has been out, I think 67% of the targets are going to Ertz or Kirk.
So I believe that.
More on that later. Yeah, it's just and good for Arizona. They won a really tough game. They've had some bad, play of late. And so I still think Cliff is not the answer at coach, but I hope Arizona does well because I like watching them play.
Yes,
that's my
favorite blast.
Anything else to add there?
No, I got some more on some of that later too.
All right, let's get some bets, baby. Sadly, no Thursday night football.
Yeah, but it gives us the gift of the Saturday slate.
Yeah, but why couldn't they do like a doubleheader on Thursday? Like take a division out and do it Thursday doubleheader. They've been sick.
Yeah, I don't know. I
don't
make the rules.
Well, you should.
I am not that important, okay? I'm just a guy who talks to you.
Tells other guys.
We're just two normal guys hanging out having fun.
All right, guy number 1. Do you want to go first?
Yes,
or do you want me to take your bets? All right, good.
Shut up. I'm going first, and I'm going to take your bets.
ISO Zach.
I'm going Texans over 43. Texans have like actually been kind of good. Not, and for them. Titans are fighting for the number 1 seed. So like both teams are fighting here. 43 is pretty low. I just think, yeah. Well, every time I see a low total that I think both teams can, put up some points, I'll take it.
I think it's good, especially Titans. I think they could be going off. They really got to win. And that last game, I know AJ Brown didn't do shit, but it was like a monsoon. Like I think in normal conditions, I think that offense is ready to pop.
Oh yeah, and they want that number 1 seed because
they need it.
I was gonna say, who needs it more than them?
Right, if they can get Henry back.
Yeah, so over 43 in that game, I think that's pretty easy. Same logic by 2 teams, I think are going to be able to put up points. Cincy, Cleveland over 38. This total is just stupid low in my opinion. Cincy's resting, half the team or whatever. So Cleveland shouldn't have, an issue scoring something. And Cleveland just stinks too, and they got nothing to play for. So like even though it's backups over there, like they'll probably be able to do something too. And 38 is just dumb low to me. So
that's very, very low. I am a little concerned about this because I think Cincinnati could look really bad on offense.
Right, but that kind of total is reserved for like Washington and New York.
Right. Yeah.
Which is 37.5.
Right. I don't hate it. I'm hoping Cleveland does some work. I know no Baker, but I mean, if they're playing all these backups, like it could get ugly.
All right. And then my last one is Kansas City minus 10.5 over Denver. I know Denver plays them tough, but like Drew Lock just blows. I mean, he's garbage. And Kansas City still has to win. So,
and remember, Javonte blew up against them, had like 170 total yards and a touchdown. They still lost by 13.
Oh yeah, that was with Teddy. Sunday night game, wasn't it?
Right, that was with Teddy. So I mean,
yeah,
I think 10. That's a pretty good line. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't look at that. I was just looking at Sunday, so I like that.
Yeah, that's my last one.
All right. So my favorite play is Bills team over 28.5 versus the Jets. I think they're dropping a 40 burger on them. I love that. Playing a lot of Bills. My tournament stack initially has Josh Allen, Singletary, Diggs. It's like it's like half my payroll. But
yeah, but that's like that whole offense.
Right, that's what I'm playing. That they're just going to drop like 42 points.
Yeah,
and it's just going to be touchdowns, and I don't have to play who's like. I think there's enough for everybody. And even if like I don't know, like Singletary sucks or Diggs sucks, that probably means that Josh Allen got all the rushing touchdowns and I'm going to benefit there or something. So I'm not too. I like that play, and you got to go ballsy if you're going to do anything in these tournaments. So I like that one. I like Washington -7 versus the Giants. They suck. Gibby should be back. He got activated off COVID. And so I think this defensive line is going to get after Glennon just like the Bears did, and it's going to be a problem.
It's problematic.
Shout out Lil Burnham, friend of the pod. Nailed it. The last one, Cleveland -6.
Friend,
obviously. Cleveland -6 for Cincinnati. We talked about this game. Cincinnati, I think they're
that's probably the smarter play.
I mean, you gotta imagine Cleveland wants to end on some kind of pride, and like, I don't know how you don't beat a backup team. Like, it's not like Cincinnati is like crazy talented. They just, when their offense is on, like they could beat you. So if you're benching those guys, and plus there could be picks or stuff like that. Mixon's definitely out. I like Cleveland -6.
Mark it down.
Garrett's still going for the sack title and that DPOY.
Crossing it out. Crossing mine out. My Cleveland bet crossed out.
I thought it was the better bet. I was going to say that,
6.
but I didn't want to be a dick.
Boom.
I didn't want to be a dickhole.
There goes my pen. Threw it behind my shoulder.
Nailed it.
Locked in.
Lock it up. Lock it up.
TJ Hoshmazode.
Championship.
That's like the OG fantasies.
Commercial, yeah. Yeah, that was everybody. Everybody had multiple leagues where someone was, their team name was TJ Hoshmazode. Lock it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I placed my parlay. Feel pretty good about it. Mine's +600. If you do all three of those, hoping it hits. Because I
always forget to add mine up for a parlay, but this time wouldn't even have mattered because
change your mind.
I little skirt and
little skirt skeet.
No, not a skirt skeet, just a skirt.
Oh, you don't remember who was that guy? He was the guy for he's on the Steelers, but he's not there anymore. And he was a cornerback, and they were talking to him about like returning picks or kicks or something. And he's like, "Yeah, sometimes you got to hit him with the skirt skeet." No. It was so fucking hilarious. Amazing. And like that was like they would reference it like every show is like that they could, Yeah. Anytime someone talk about someone blinking a miss, they're like, "Yeah, you hit him with the skirt ski."
Got that skirt ski.
That's funny. So yeah. But anyway, let's make that cash and talk about our cash plays this weekend. I'm going first. Zach Ertz, 5,300, tight end.
That was mine.
Arizona Cardinals. That's why I was going first.
And that's why I said earlier, more on that for me too, because
that's my number one. He's going to be in every lineup.
Same. Because
shout out Barrios last week. We had him in every lineup. Dude,
it's like
ham.
It's big time volume for Ertz right now, and he hasn't scored.
Plus, he went off versus them last time. I know that doesn't always matter, but like we care about that. He went 8 for 88 and 2 touchdowns. Like obviously the touchdown's fluky, but even 8 for 88 would be 16 points. That's awesome. You know? And then, like we said, most of the targets are going to him or Kirk, so I would definitely play at least one in your cash. Probably not both.
Kyler clearly trusts him big time.
Right.
Especially when you're watching them. Like I remember watching the game against the Colts, and some of the balls he's put into Ertz, that's a dude who trusts his guy.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, I feel he's going to kill it if they get it to a 2-minute drill, or if there's any kind of comeback mode, like he's just going to get, fed the little short ones. And it's just like, Kyler.
Was that a Kyler joke?
Never a Kyler short joke. Shout out Short King of Short Kings. But yeah, he has 40 targets the last 4 games. He's just eating, and you jump on. I think it's a smash play. It's probably pretty chalky. So is my next play, but I'm going back to the well. Singletary. I got it from Mike Clay. That's yours too.
All right, I swear to God, if Chase Claypool's your third one, I'm leaving.
It's not.
Okay, good.
I would never pick Chase Claypool. But yeah, Singletary 6K. He should. I don't get why he's not more. His last 4 games, his snap share is 82, 93, 68, 80. That was like the thing. It was like a 2-headed monster the whole season. It's not anymore.
It's not.
It's almost all Singletary.
Okay, I'll say this is the week that we have probably communicated the littlest amount.
Yeah, we didn't reset our caches at all.
That's crazy. We just hit 2 of the 3.
I know they're gonna be 80% in cash. Like we're not that smart. Everybody's gonna be on them.
You would have to think so. We can't give ourselves that much credit.
But he's playing the Jets. I mean, come on, they're so bad against running backs. His last 4 games: 14.9, 16.6, 18.8, 26. Like
he's getting volume. He's scoring. He gets red zone looks. Like
I know.
Yeah.
18 touches a game the last 4. Like what?
Yeah.
The Jets. Jets. Jets.
The goddamn Jets.
Goddamn Jets. Shout out Big Daddy. That's the best.
Who's your last one?
Last one's Gibson.
I should have known.
Gibby guy. Yeah.
Are you not concerned about the COVID comeback at all?
He got activated.
I know, but I'm just saying there's been a lot of guys who have had their first week back who just haven't been very good.
That's true. I think him coming back like early in the week so he gets those practice days in. I think that's helpful.
Yeah.
But I agree. That is a concern.
Activating Friday or something.
Right. Because it's been like sometimes they don't have their legs or whatever. So I feel you there. But he's only 5,800 and it's the Giants. I already talked about like Monty first touch was from the 1-yard line. It was like 6 seconds into the game. It's just I feel like the Giants are just like getting pummeled. Like they're just getting worn down because that offense is so freaking trash.
Yeah.
And so the defense is on the field the whole game. They get worn down. No, I really like him. Do you want to do your third, or because I had one more? I had Fields if he plays. Because he's only 5,300, and he got like 18 versus the Vikings the last time he played. I think he's ready to go, and so if he plays, I'm definitely playing him in cash.
You know who my cash QB is?
Case Keenum. Whoa! How low is he?
4.8, I think.
Damn, dude, I might jump on that because I went up to Kyler and he's 7,600. I'm like, if I'm going to spend this much, I might as well go to Josh Allen. I just don't. I loved Fields this week. I just have it in my my gut that he's going to go off. Yeah, I had Fields and Mooney, and now Mooney's like 5,900. I don't know if I'm going to keep him in there if Fields isn't playing. But
yeah, he's 4,800.
That's a good play. I like that.
Yeah, that's definitely my cash QB. But my last one is just Chase Claypool because of no Deontay. And Ben isn't trying to he's not out there slacking. This is his last game. He's not trying to tease that it might be this dude's fucking done.
How much of Monday night did you watch though?
Nothing.
Dude, every pass is a 2-yard pass. I'm not joking. He literally averaged 2 yards per attempt this past game. It was historically bad.
That's awesome.
I think he's the only person to have 40 pass attempts and 150 yards and win the game.
I saw that. Yeah, that's too funny.
So I went Ray McLeod, who's 3,800 with no Deontay because I had Deontay in my lineup.
You're probably right. Here we go.
Just hope, right? Just hope that he gets.
Notes are thrown out over my shoulder. Scratched another one.
You're just hopping on the bandwagon.
Ray McLeod. You heard it here first.
3,800. Yeah, that would be because he's gonna get all these short routes because that's what he catches.
Yes, I know, and that's exactly how they have used him too. So
and now no Deontay.
Yeah, no. Math checks out. Dennis is a teacher.
Now maybe Claypool in GPP is. I think that's probably the better play.
Right.
Because maybe he does catch a big one, But
because with the Keenum Price and Ray can build out a nice little lineup for yourself.
Before we go on to Saturday, because we're not going to do a tournament segment, we're going to talk about Saturday lineup because we like those short slates. How are you feeling about Kupp this week? I think he's 95 or 9,700.
I'm probably fading.
But the record. You think he's 130 away from the record? Do you think they just feed him until he gets it?
Hadn't thought about that.
I know I'm torn. And you have to be right. He used to be 88, 9K. Now he's switched to 10K. That's a lot.
That's
and it's not a great matchup.
It's prime CMC price.
I mean, Shanahan has had McVay's number.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm one's going to keep me up at night. I think if I'm going to pay that up, I'm going for JT versus the Jags.
Yeah, I don't blame you there at all.
All right,
They have to win to get in the playoffs, and he's their best player. Give him the damn ball.
Why wouldn't you? Right. I mean, sure, they would love to get him MVP. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But what do you got for Saturday? I'll let you go first for this since I stole your thunder.
Let's see. I'm going to probably play Hurts because they have to win. Well, they don't have to win, but he's the one, to me, with most on the line.
He's the one I have, and I hate Hurts. And I'm still picking Mr. Garbage Time.
My value guy is going to be Cedric Wilson.
Okay.
With Gallup
out. Gallup. Yep.
And then you got to play Chiefs defense.
Of course. Yeah, 100%. They're not even that bad. They're 3,100.
Yeah. And so
they're
from there,
90% owned, 100%.
It's probably going to be Zeke and Javonte and probably Kenneth Gainwell.
All right, so we're going kind of different directions here. I have Kenny Gainwell as one of my top plays because he's 4,100 and all the Eagles guys are on COVID. And they're testing positive COVID. They're not just being close contact. And Goddard is also so on COVID list. So he's only 4,100. If he stays as the only running back, he's going to be – I mean, he might get 100%.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? My favorite play is Dalton Schultz, your brother.
Right? Yeah, he's my tight end as well.
You guys are brothers.
Long lost brother.
Right. 5,300, not crazy. Went 6 for 80, 2 touchdowns last time. Again, I know the touchdowns can be fluky, but even 6 for 80 is 14 points, and you're pretty happy with that.
Yep.
You don't beat the Eagles on the perimeter. You beat the Eagles inside. You can't touch them out. Like Slay has been insane.
I don't know. Darius Slay is very good.
Right. So I'm definitely fading Cooper. I want no part of that. And my third favorite play is Daryl Williams. Played him last week. Went great for me. He's still only 5,900. Like I said, I think KC. You think KC wins by big. I think KC wins by big. I think that they would be happy to run the ball a bunch and keep everybody healthy and everything.
You're probably right.
No CEH already confirmed.
For sure.
Out.
Oh, okay. Because when I looked last, he was questionable. Well, then that definitely cements that. So it's going to be him and Gainwell, and then I'll do Zeke. I'll play that trio.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like Lamb. I always like Lamb. But yeah, just double check. Clyde is. I love Lamb. If we ever get into merchandising, we are 100% making that shirt. I love Lamb.
Lamb.
I love
Cooper. I love Schultz.
I love Debo.
I love Lamb.
Are you just saying things in the room and saying that you love them? Just double check. Clyde is 100% out. So definitely fire up Daryl.
So lock and load Williams for sure then. Because when I first looked through and was kind of thinking getting my thoughts together, he was questionable. So that's a big change.
Yeah. And then after that, I really like those guys I discussed. Hurts, Gainwell, Daryl Williams, Dalton Schultz, Chiefs defense. We're all the same there. I'm really torn after that, and I don't know where to spend my money. I like Devonta Smith, even though I don't normally like him, just because I have to spend something. And like I said, I don't want the Cowboys' weapons. I don't really want to pay up for Tyreek. I'm going Devonta.
I think I am.
Okay, I'm going Kelsey. I'm going double tight end. And then I think I'm going Judy. Just fuck it. Just hope somebody. I want somebody from every team. When there's only 4, I feel like it's important. There's going to be points. It's going to be lower scoring. Hit your chalk guys and then try to just find some luck somewhere. And I knock on wood, I've been doing really well in these short slates, so I'm really excited for these. I like them a lot.
Yeah. I love the short slates too, because it makes everything so important, every little play. And
if you can find some value.
Yes. That's my thing is I always go for chalk, and then you got to find the value. And if you can find one of those kind of guys who pops, that it makes you're looking good.
Right. So I'm kind of excited. I wish it wasn't Denver, because Denver just is a fantasy vacuum this year. It feels like, where it's they play slow and they're low scoring, and it just makes the game unsexy. And then I just wish, because I like almost all Philly and Cowboys, because that's where I think there's going to be points. I don't know if there's going to be points in the other game.
I probably won't have any Broncos.
Right. I'm hoping Judy is going to be my contrarian part, that I hope he catches maybe he catches a touchdown, or he just catches a bunch of garbage time or something, and is able to get 12, 13, 14 points, and I'm okay with it. But yeah, excited for Saturday football. Excited for our last week. Our players
post our lineups for Saturday too.
Definitely, because there's always going to change. Definitely be keeping track, because you never know, what's going to happen last second with COVID. So day to day, everything's different. I'm a teacher. My school is going e-learning Friday and Monday, because all of a sudden a bunch of transportation and teachers are out, and it's just, we don't have the staff. It's this shit's wild.
Every situation is just fluid,
Yeah. But not going to lie, I'm okay with a couple e-learning days.
Yeah, I don't
have to worry about them kids, and I can mute them if they're not listening to me. So it's great. So I'm cooking right now.
You need a real life one.
Speaking of cooking, talking about one of my favorite dude I traded up for. I talk about him a lot. He's my favorite. It's Sun God. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Dude, Amon-Ra is going to be fine. But I was very surprised when you didn't take Amon-Ra. I thought you were going to 100%. He had him. He had the pick right. the pick right before I traded up for. He took Amari Rodgers, half PPR. Okay. It was like 207.
It was because I had my core established with Lamb and Waddle. So I was like, take the to me, Amari Rodgers seemed like his career arc was a more steady floor. And like that seemed like what I needed on my team.
He had like a role that like is easy to project. You know, that guy that catches short passes and maybe gets handoffs. And he's the motion dude. And we talked about Rodgers. We talked about him on the pod. I know I talked about him. He was one of my favorite prospects in that draft, just because of like I love his kick and punt return ability. Like I think he's very functional. Where like, all right, here's space, here's ball, do stuff, and he can do that. Like I love guys football. Like that. Right, the dudes that just they can make something out of nothing. That's my favorite kind of dude. I love guys that are like that dog, and so I can't blame you. I have him in our other 2 dynasty leagues because I think he can ball. So it's not like I don't like the dude, but yeah, Sun God, first ever rookie with 8+ catches in 5 straight games.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And I know people are saying like everybody's out, like Hawkinson and Swift. And then, like, I think, like, without Hawkinson, he has, like, a 35% target share. Do I think that's going to continue? Absolutely not. Like, you're not shocking the world when you say somebody's going to regress from a 35% target share.
Or like, 8 catches every game.
Right. Like, Cup doesn't have that. Not 35%. And it's like, yeah. But if he sells at, like, 21, 22, like, cool. Like, that's awesome. You know, right. I took him in, in mid-second round. He's getting, like, plays from the running back spot and shotgun. Like sometimes he got some runs, other times running routes. Like I think he's just going to be that dude that they just feed and scheme because when he gets the ball, good things happen. So yeah. I love it.
To the sun.
Yeah, Sun God. I'm so mad because there's this really cool gif on Twitter of like this dude flaming up and like holding a sphere. No, not a sphere. A spear. Oh my God. Anyway, a spear and like shooting fire and burning a guy alive, and it's awesome for Sun God, but it's not in Sleeper, and I can't send it, and I can't find it on Google, so I can't
start it on Sleeper gifs.
It makes me so sad.
You can't even put your own in there.
Can you imagine how many times I would have sent this? I would send this gift every single day.
Yeah,
in your face. Good morning to Sun God. I'm on Round Ground. Love him. Speaking of another
dude, it was a good day for the sun to come up.
Absolutely. Next dude, he's not in the 22 draft, but man, people are going to be excited for him next year. If I were him, I might opt out and just coast on this game. It's Jackson Smith-Njigba from Ohio State.
Is he the 101? That's that draft already?
101? I don't think so. There's some running backs in that next draft.
I know. They're really good.
But
they got Bijan Mustard.
Tank Bigsby. I mean, Jamari Gibbs, the guy that's going to Bama. He's like, he's like an explosive, like a billion. Like he's gonna run like a 4.3, and then he's gonna have Bama blocking for him. This is gonna be terrifying what he does there. But anyway, Smith-Njigba, dude went 15 catches, 346. That's 346 yards and 3 touchdowns. Most ever yards in a bowl game. That's like we played Madden and we'd fight for player of the week because you get those boosts in connected franchise. Fuck you, EA, for blowing that. Anywho, like I don't think like 346 would be like an impressive for Madden. Like this is just bananas.
Yeah, ridiculous. I love that it was in the Rose Bowl too because the Rose Bowl. Everybody loves the Rose Bowl. Like
everybody loves the Rose Bowl,
right?
Especially like us, like Midwesterners, big time. That's a big time bowl. Like we love the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. There's just not much to say other than it was just a joy to watch.
It's just crazy because like, yeah, I love Garrett Wilson. Like I love Lamp. I love Garrett Wilson. Dude was like more productive than like Garrett Wilson and definitely Olave almost all year. But like him and Garrett Wilson were 1A, 1B. Like dude could play. Like Jameson Williams left Ohio State. I think not because Garrett Wilson and Olave. I think he left because he goes, well, this dude is better than me and he's younger than me. Like, I gotta get the hell out of here. Like, so yeah, dude is coming. I hope he plays next year, but if he sits out, I wouldn't fucking blame him one bit because Jamar Chase didn't sit out and doesn't seem to hurt him too much. Like, I know not everyone's Jamar Chase, but like,
that's the most impressive part to me is that he sat out an entire year of like competitive football.
And like week 1, he was ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, work out all you want, you know what I mean? But like, crazy.
And like, it's not. I feel like I don't know. Like maybe I don't know. But if you opt out, like, are you still like have to follow the NCAA rules? Like, can people like, all right, I'll fund your training. Question. You know, like I'll loan you, you know, this money to get you trained, and then when you sign your bonus, you could just, you know, you with interest pay me back. Like, I'm sure there's like agencies and stuff like that are looking to do it if they can.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I mean, we're both very pro player just because, like, if it were us, like, we would want all the freedoms and rights and everything. And so, whatever. I would love to watch him play next year, but if he doesn't, I get it, and I don't blame him. That's my take on it. The whole bowl game and opting out. Like, do you kind of how do you sit on that?
Go ask Matt Corral.
But even Matt Corral, like, he wanted to play, so he played. Cool. Like, whatever he decided is cool. Like, I get it, both sides.
But he destroyed his ankle.
I know. I was so excited to watch Matt Corral play, though. Lost that bet his yards prop. That didn't hit.
Dude, what ended up happening with him?
I'm not sure what it was. I thought it was a high ankle sprain.
He's lucky.
I'm not 100%. That is just what I had saw immediately. I don't know if there's been released. Like, here's his official injury. But I just remember him from last year watching Elijah Mitchell, and I was like, holy shit, who's this quarterback? This dude can play. Like, I like him a lot. I think this quarterback class is getting a little dogged. I think there's a couple dudes that can play. But anyway, we just got really off topic. Anywho, the last cooking is another one of my boys, or our boys, Kyle Pitts. Second ever tight end with 1,000 yards receiving in his first game. And he did it in 16 games. I know Ditka did it in 14, but not everybody's Ditka. All right. Still, in 16 games, he hit 1K, and really like 15 and a half because dude got hurt. He pulled his hammy, fucking A, in the second quarter. I think dude was ready to eat that game. I think he would have broke. I think he's like 50 yards short of Ditka. I don't know if he's gonna play. So I want him to break. I know I want him to break that record so bad. And I know everyone will say 17 games to 14. I don't even care. End of the day, he holds the record. That's what matters. That's what I hope.
Second tight end with 1,000 yards, 17 games. Well, why haven't there been 35 people who've done it then?
Right. Dude's special. I know everyone's trying to victory lap on saying he was overhyped. I
saw a tweet.
He was overhyped, but like I said, he was going to be tight end 5. That's exactly what he is, and he scored one stupid touchdown.
Yeah, that's wild.
He should have scored more. There's no way about it. No two ways about it.
I saw a tweet that said he, just got 1,000 yards, so blah blah blah. Everything you just said. At this time in his career, George Kittle was catching 6 passes his sophomore season at Iowa or something like that, and I was like, oh snap.
And that's the thing. Dude turned 21 in October. Like, he's not even fully developed. Like, sky's the moon. I mean, nope, that's not it. Sky's not the limit. Let's go, sex man. That was a fucking phrase. God, who's fucking A? The Boondock Saints. Remember the bartender? He would always mix his cliches together. He'd have like half of one cliche and half another cliche. I get that way sometimes.
The sharpest crayon in the toolbox.
Right. Or not the brightest crayon in the toolbox or something like that.
Yeah.
Totally hodgepodge it. Anyway, Antonio Brown, dude is booking. I considered it. You can go because I got a lot to say because I'm like number one AV hater.
he's a moron. I don't really know.
All right, so like, shout out Dan Le Batard show. I love that show. But like, Dan's been on like his soapbox, like basically saying like trying to explain like, oh, he has mental illness, so this is why. Like he's like, I'm not defending it, I'm just saying explain it. But you are defending it if you constantly say like, oh, it's because it's mental illness. Oh, it's because it's mental illness.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, but
you can't. Like, it's not like this is the first thing that he's done. He is he has a timeline of events of him acting just totally blowing up every situation that he's at, and never once being like, you know what? Maybe I'm the problem.
I would say showing any remorse.
Right.
It's because he's a narcissist.
Right. Like,
and as a narcissist,
he's an asshole who has mental illness. Like, you could be both.
He is incapable of thinking and believing that he has even the slightest of a problem.
Right. Like, it's just, I just get so frustrated because I feel so bad for so many other players that have mental illness that like deal with this anxiety of like, I don't want to be stigmatized. I don't want to let like a community of people that are like me down. And I feel like he has no interest of anybody else in this entire world. And it's just so frustrating that like, I want to defend people who are struggling with mental illness because that is a shitty situation. I 100% agree. But it's like, you also have a little bit of responsibility to other people like you too. Like, it's just so frustrating. I don't know. I probably shouldn't care so much. I just think he's bad news, and I wouldn't want him anywhere near my team. And I said that to our boy Ross, many, many times throughout the last year and a half or whatever he's been on the Bucs. I'm like, dude will blow this shit up and make it worse, and it's not worth it. I go, the juice ain't worth the squeeze with him. Like, dude needs help. He needs to get away from football. He needs to get away from social media. He needs to just like take care of himself. And it's just frustrating. Like, who does what he did? Like, literally no one has ever done. Like, I'm going to rip off all my clothes and go like, look at me in the middle of the field while the game is going on.
That's what I was saying, in the middle of the game.
And like, he has dudes like Mike Evans was like multiple times, like trying to calm him down, trying to do his part. And like, that should be your guy. Like, you should trust Mike Evans like blood. And like, he's like, nah, I'm good. I know what I'm doing because I know everything. I don't know. Dude gets me mad. The selfishness. I don't like that. Like, that it irks me so much. Like go be a douche. Like, don't make other people suffer for you being a douchebag. That's my biggest thing. Like, it drives me bonkers. Yeah, dude sucks.
Yeah, but he doesn't see it that way, and he never will.
No, he's a winner.
Yeah.
We'll move on because this I could tell this is going to be bad. I'm playback. I'm not going to like how I sound. He just gets me irked. Next one, Odell on that pick. Did you see this?
Oh, this is so good, so good.
So Odell, a Baker. No, not Baker. Oh my God, that's a fine. Stafford throws in double coverage, which honestly has been kind of Baker-like his play, if we're going to describe it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Anyway, doing like double or triple coverage, it was more Rams than Odell, 100%. And or Ravens. God dang it. Anyway,
yeah.
Ravens picked it off, and Odell does a good thing, tries to punch the ball out. Instead, just punches the dude right at the beehole.
Rained to Bofo.
Just right up Main Street. Just
Bofo these nuts.
Yeah. And like, you could tell it got the dude because he was like slowly like limp running. Did you see that on the play? It was hilarious.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he took it hard. Sorry. Good job making the pick though.
Yeah. Hope we get to keep the ball.
Oh, all three?
Mm-hmm.
Next one. This one literally made me laugh out loud. My buddy sent it to me Monday morning. It's literally hilarious. So our last booking is Kellen Mond. Did you see this?
Yes.
Amazing. So a reporter asked, they took him, I think, end of second round. Like,
he was a second round pick.
Right. Like, good draft capital, young dude. Like, Porter asked if Zimmer wants to see Mon play next week. Pretty reasonable question going into the end of the season in a game where you're totally mathematically eliminated from making the playoffs. Zimmer says not particularly. Reporter, why not? Zimmer, I see him play every day.
That's a guy who knows he's about to get. That's a guy who knows he's about to get canned, and he's saying "screw you" to ownership. He said, "I'm not going to give you tape of your guy."
That was not my pick.
Yeah,
that's what I took. Like, that's your boy. Whoever the GM is, that ain't my boy. I wanted to take cornerback, or I wanted to take O-line or whatever they needed. You know what I mean? Like,
and he probably knows he's out of there.
Oh, if he survives this year, that is such just slap in the face to Minnesota Viking fans. Like, oh, we're okay being pretty good.
Take him as a defensive coordinator in a hot second, though.
Woo! Honestly, I might take him as head coach. Like, I don't want him for the Bears, but I think he was a good coach. I think they gave $30 million to Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
and if he would have played like a $30 million quarterback, they probably or could have won something.
Right.
But I know, like, every time the Bears played them, like, dude, Cade. I think they beat the Packers like barely, like once or twice in his tenure. Like, it's not good enough.
No.
And like, dang, that offense is explosive. Cook, JJ, Thielen, Conklin's good. Like, they blew it. No, he's not blowing it. You know who's not blowing it?
Who?
TJ Watt.
Yeah, he's really good.
I think you took him for Depoy.
No, I took Chase Young.
Or maybe you took him for best defensive player in the AFC North. Because I was definitely Myles Garrett.
Oh, okay. Probably then.
I think we argued him and TJ Watt, who was better.
I think you're right.
I will say Myles Garrett has been battling injury the last several weeks and playing through it. But anyway, TJ Watt is absolutely guaning it up. Dude is 21.5 sacks in 14 games, and he left 2 of those early.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Like, he's just an animal out there.
Yeah.
Like,
even when, like, obviously some of your sacks are you're gonna get lucky. But, like, even when his, like, lucky sacks, it's because he's already walked his defender 3-4 yards into the backfield, and then the quarterback gets pushed into him.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
he's just different. Like,
is he better than JJ in his prime?
I know. I feel like that's the question. I was about to go there too. I don't know, man. I mean, I think JJ being an interior guy, I think you can affect the game a little bit more because you can blow up the run and the pass.
I'll say Aaron Donald.
Right. But there is something about an edge that you can't do anything about him.
Yeah.
Like, and like, you can chip them, like, but like a lot of the tackles, like I remember I was listening to Trent Williams. He's like, I don't like a chip because then they're like, I don't know where he's gonna bounce. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like, I want 1-on-1. I got him. I want to be able to control it. It's just me and him 1-on-1 the whole game. Like, we're playing that chess match. I'm like, honestly, I get that. They're really good, but it's just like,
yeah, I was saying if as like a top tackle, I would probably feel the same way because you want to be in control.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I trust me. I don't trust this dude chipping. He was thinking about going and running an out route or whatever. But yeah, just I don't know. I think I'd go JJ. I think, but TJ's up there, man.
He's creeping.
He's really good doing the creep. The creep. Yeah, dude's booking. I hope he breaks the record. I think that'd be dope.
It would be pretty cool.
I think 22.5 is the record, so I think he needs a sack and a half. I could be wrong.
Why not?
All righty. That's all I got, bro.
Me too. We'll hit everyone up with some lineups this weekend and moving forward.
I wish we would have done balls on the table or nutsack on the drum set because I definitely would have gone Barrios.
I know, and I would have gone Scott, and we both would have been right.
Next week, we gotta do it next week. This week.
But yeah, we're gonna be around for some playoff stuff because we love playoff DFS as well. After that, who knows? We'll do what? Maybe like every other week. Maybe just talk some random bullshit.
I kind of want to do a prospect show.
I'm down. You're gonna have to drive that way more than me because that's more. Like
maybe we just like pick like one dude.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. We'll figure out something. Dude, I already watched somebody.
I'll be honest. You could probably find some dudes in some yards per guys who would love to do that with you because you're more into like film grinding those guys than I am.
Oh, I love it. It's like 8 minutes. Like watch a wide receiver it's like 8 minutes, and you can watch all the routes for the game, and you just like break down the release and shit. And yeah, the guy I watched him, Drake London. I'm a fan. Duke and ball.
Yeah, he's honestly my favorite receiver.
He jumped a lot in my book. A lot. Duke and ball. I love it. He's a dog.
Yeah, like, Tim and Dotson are my two guys.
He's ready to like if I had to pick like a prospect to fight with me in a bar fight, like I'm picking him. Dude will elbow you and shit. Like dude
he's ridiculous good.
I love him. He's great.
And if it wasn't that ankle injury,
I know
he'd be like top 10.
But I think Waddle hurt his ankle in October too, and Waddle is pretty much good. So I'm hoping he can follow that same kind of path and everything will be all right.
Oh, if Jags got him at the top of the second,
dude, honestly, that makes so much. That's what I was thinking. I would love him to go floored. If he can somehow fall to the Bears in the second round, I'll be like, yes, sign me up. He reminds me of Brandon Marshall. That's my comp. I love him.
Beautiful.
On that note, little bonus. That was like a Marvel mid or end credit scene.
It really
was.
Like
ready to go. We were like ready to sign off. Then here's a little Easter egg of what's going to happen in February.
Great. You know who my comp is?
Yeah.
Not you, bitch.